Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Pharmacypedia. In this session, we are going to learn about the quality control and stability studies of aerosols. For the evaluation of aerosols, you can view my previous video part 2. So like for any sort of the dosage form, we need to have the quality control testing. In order to evaluate whatever product has been manufactured, it is in compliance with the specifications or not. This is very important. We need to clarify whether the product is passing all the criteria which have been set up in the specifications. So we need to carry out each and every testing very carefully to understand that the product meets the specifications. So in the case of aerosols, we do these types of the test. For example, first of all, we check about the propellants. We test the propellants for the evaluation of the vapor pressure, identity, purity and acceptability. We also do check for the other hardwares like valves, actuator and dip tubes, which are the part of the aerosol system. Since aerosols are the pressurized system, we do need to check the strength of the valves, actuators, dip tubes, their efficiency in working out. We also do need to check the containers. We need to check the containers for the parameters like their dimensions, if there is any sort of the defects in the lining, or like weight of the product and weight checking. We check the product for the leak checking. Again, this is very important. Like in the parental product, we do the leak checking for the aerosols also. Although aerosols are completely different from the parentals, but we do need to check since it is carrying the liquid propellants in the liquid form, and there is any sort of the leakage, because any sort of the leakage is not acceptable in the case of aerosols because they are the pressurized devices, and if there is not adequate pressure, the product will not come out through the dip tubes. So again, we need to check the sprays, patterns, space check. So this is the spray testing. So whatever medicament have been incorporated into the aerosol, it should come out of the container closure system in a predictable manner. And this is only possible if all the containers, all the propellants, all the valves, actuators are working efficiently. So let us try to understand what are the testings being required to be carried out for the quality control testing of the aerosols. So when we talk about the quality control for the aerosols, first we need to check about the propellants. So for that, a sample is taken out and the vapor pressure is determined, which is then compared to the specification. So again, this vapor pressure is very important in the case of the propellants. Gas chromatography is also used to determine the identity of the propellants. Now, purity of the propellants can be checked by the moisture halogen and non-volatile residual determinations. So my dear students, you should know the techniques which are being utilized for the identification and authentication of the propellants. Next, we move on to the other auxiliary items present in the aerosol system, such as valves, actuators and dip tubes. So for that, we need to take at least 25 valves and place it on a suitable containers. Then the containers are allowed to be filled with the specific test solutions. Then the button actuator with the 0.02 inch orifice is attached to the valves. The filled containers are placed in a suitable atmosphere at a temperature of about 25 degrees Celsius, and when the product have attained the temperature of 25 degrees Celsius, the filled containers are actuated. Actuated means they are being pressed out to full extent for 2 seconds. So this procedure is repeated for a total of 2 delivered from each 25 test units. So the valve delivery per actuation in microliters can be calculated by the individual delivery weight in mg divided by the specific gravity of the test solution. After that, we have to calculate out the following. So out of the 50 deliveries, since there were 25 units and we have pressed them twice, so like out of the total 50 deliveries, if 4 or more deliveries are outside the specifications, then balls are rejected. So only 4 is the limit. So out of the 4, if more deliveries are actually providing the insufficient amount of the medicament, it simply means that the valves are rejected. If 3 or more deliveries are outside limits, another 25 valves have to be tested out. So lot is rejected if more than 1 delivery is outside the specification. If 2 deliveries from 1 valve are beyond limits, another 25 valves needs to be tested out. So my dear students, you can understand that it is very clear that out of the 50 deliveries, not more than 4 should go outside the limits which have been set up for the medicament that needs to be come out from the actuators once they have been pressed out. Then the testing goes for the containers. So containers have to be examined for the defects in their linings. So like my dear students, you can understand that they are the pressurized devices. So pressure is all there all together onto the container. So like if the pressure exceeds, even the container starts leaking. So we need to check the strength of the container. This is very important. While they are being transported out, while they are being shipped out, we need to check that the pressure should not rise to such an extent that there should not be any sort of the happenings like explosions. So like quality control aspects includes degree of the conductivity of the electric current, which is measured for the exposed material. For example, the glass containers examined for the flaws, the dimensions of the neck and other must be checked, and weight should be determined. Then we do need to have the weight checking. So it is actually done by periodically adding empty tarred containers to filling linings, which after filling with the product concentrates are removed and reweighed. So the same procedures is used for checking the weight of the propellants. Next, we move for the other physicochemical characterization that needs to be conducted on the auxiliary units. For example, the vapor pressure determination, which can be determined by using the function of the device, or the density determination, which is being carried out using the hydrometer or the pycnometer. Then the moisture content is determined using the Carl Fisher method or the gas chromatographic technique. My dear students, you need to memorize these techniques. Then the identification test, which can be carried out using the gas chromatography or the IR spectroscopy. Next, we move on to the performance analysis of the aerosol system, container system. So like we need to check for the parameters like aerosol valve discharge rate. So by doing this test, we can know that what is the change in the weight per time dispensed, that is the discharge rate, how much amount of the content is being discharged, that can be measured by grams per second. Then the spray pattern, how is the spray pattern? Now the method is based on the impingement of the spray on a piece of paper that has treated with the dye talc mixture. So like we need to measure how is the spray pattern, since it should be uniform throughout the batch, there should not be any sort of the variations. Next, we move on to the other parameter analysis like dosage with the metered valves. So when we talk about the metered dose inhaler, it is very important to understand that each dose should be uniform. There should not be any dose to dose variation. So like it should not happen that one dose is coming out having more active therapeutic ingredient and another is having less therapeutic. In that case, the batch has to be rejected out. So like, it is very important in the case of metered dose inhaler that each dose should be uniform. For that, you need to perform the assay, and you need to understand that each unit is dispensing the same unit, and the system should work well so that the patient who is using it can actually tell how much amount of the dose has been dispensed and how much of amount of the dose is being remaining. So this will help in the proper working of the aerosol. Next, about the net content analysis. Net content simply means the uniformity of the weight. So in each and every aerosol should have the uniform weight. For that, it needs to be calculated out by various techniques. One of the techniques used is a destructive method, whereby you open the container and you remove as much as of the content as possible. Then you weigh it. So you do the same activity for many containers, then you can understand that how many of the aerosols were within the specifications. Other tests which are to be performed for the aerosol container closure assembly is the leak test, that we have mentioned that there should not be any lining defect, because since it is a pressurized unit, you can understand due to the pressure it may leak out. So just to check that there is no sort of the leaking into the device, you can measure the Krim's valve dimension and compare it. So the final testing of valve enclosure is done by passing the filled containers through the water bath. So whereby you can see if there is any presence of the bubbles. So bubbles will indicate whether the packing is leaked out or not. Then the spray testing. So it is actually done to clear up the dip tube for pure propellants and concentrate, and to also check for any sorts of the defects in the valve and spray pattern. So like there is need to understand the importance of having more tests in the case of the aerosols, because aerosols are also being advised to keep away from the heat. They have to clear off for the various parameters like flash point and flame projections. The reason being that they are very hazardous in case of the heat, so they have to be kept away from the heat. So like my dear students, you can understand when we talk about the quality control parameter, we have to make ensure that whatever product has been added up, whatever container has been added up, and whatever auxiliary attachments, like in the case of aerosols, for example, tape tube, actuators, valves, they all have to function well. So together only will make the quality of the product. So we need to understand this thing. Thank you so much for watching my channel. If you do like my channel, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel Pharmacypedia for getting further updates. In case of any doubt or query, you can revert on the comment box. Thank you so much.